It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and there's no love lost between these AFC East foes. It's the Barons and the Bills, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we get the season started with an AFC East tilt right off the bat between the Brooklyn Barons and the Buffalo Bills. With my good friend Charles Davis in the booth, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and the moment has finally arrived, CD. It's time to begin a new NFL season.
Partner, there's no hiding my excitement as I got ready this morning. I could not wait to get here for this game. Imagine what it's like out there on the field for those players, though. OTAs, training camp, preseason has all led to this moment when they officially kick this one off to get the season underway.
And we are underway in Buffalo. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
And in this league, there are many quarterbacks who have their most success running the ball, while there are others who have big arms. There aren't too many guys who can do both. And at the end of many games, this guy leads his team not just in passing, but in rushing as well.
They start the drive with Cook, and he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A gain of 4.
From the 29, Allen. Flushed out right. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Allen now looks to throw. He gets this one to Johnson. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. To the air, Allen. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. On 4th down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU at Zach Wilson.
And we all know the scouting report on him. He can attack the field at all levels with a very strong arm and make big-time plays off schedule. We also see a player with confidence and swagger. We see a guy who knows how to lead a team, who knows how to compete, and wants to be great every time he hits the field.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Kayvon Chason, the former first-rounder, in there to get the sack. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though. And they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
Wilson. And as we check the next-gen stats, that play lasted just 2.7 seconds from beginning to end. Just not enough time to throw the football. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. Able to get the completion, but unfortunately not able to get the 3rd down conversion there on that play.
And I like how the defense approached that one. They knew what the 1st down marker was, and they decide whatever you want to have, you can. You're just not going to get the 1st down. Excellent tackling right there.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Allen. Shakir hauls it in. 2nd down at 6 now from the 42.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and
Throwing now is Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll run with a big back, A.J. Dillon. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Allen's going to keep it on the option. Shifts by him, and he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. An excellent run of 22 yards on the keeper and also a 1st down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
They'll run here with Dillon. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Dillon. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1.
short of the goal line. 4 yards on the pickup.
Allen now on 3rd and goal. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Gabriel Davis from a yard out. And the Bills will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Parkey adds the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Gabriel Davis. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week one. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
On third down, Wilson buying time to his left. And that will be incomplete as well.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they didn't get much rolling through their first two drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
They bring their punter out there now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Now Allen. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. On second down, Dillon. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. Throwing is Allen on third. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and his early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
On play action, Allen. And that is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Cook up the gut. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Third down, here's a run by Cook. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Now Dillon on the inside give. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 7 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Cook. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Here's Allen to throw it. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. The kick by Parkey is good, and the Bills will add on to their lead. So a nice kick there as they're able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Now Hall to start the drive. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the 1st quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
On 1st down, right back to Hall. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Here's Wilson to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And on now is the punter as he's on here to punt it away. And he's getting a workout here in this 1st quarter as he gets it away. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll begin the drive with a run by Dillon. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. From the 29, Allen. He'll dump this off to Cook. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a 1st.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. And the catch made by Johnson. And he is going to have the Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Allen. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
On first down, Allen. Left side caught by Diggs. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up first and goal.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
They'll run a toss here with Dillon. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. They run once more with Dillon, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's third and goal. Dillon. And he is going to lose yardage here. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
That was the kind of play that this defense needed because it has not been a good half for them on that side of the football. Maybe they can use that one to regroup a little bit and start to play a little bit better.
Now Cody Parkey out to try the field goal from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the ball will go over on the goal line stand. Well, clearly that was a design play. I just don't know that it was the right design. I mean, your holder to have him pick it up and kind of be the power guy trying to run through the middle. Everything has to go right for that to work.
You mean you weren't relying on just great blocking to get him through? You kind of think maybe he can help make his own way if he's an actual running back instead of the holder? Yeah, I thought the same thing.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. He finds Corey Davis. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. On the counter, it's Hall. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
On first and 10, it's Hall. And a short pickup to about the 25. The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7. Straight ahead is Hall. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The offense on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is third and 4. That's a screen play here for Carter. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1.
Yeah, and on third down, you know those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making the play to force 4th down.
And they'll send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. That's a 48-yard punt with a coverage holding him to 3 on the return.
Well, James Cook and the Buffalo offense returning to work now.
He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
Well, now he's looking just to add to his totals.
49 yards on the ground for him so far.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Running right, here's Dillon. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? It looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And now they'll throw with Allen. And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half, because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Paul on a give up the middle. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now it's Wilson.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
Brought for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, and they will not cut into that 10-point lead.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
James Cook running back out now.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant, a lot of people call it an extension of the running game. It can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Allen. There's Stephon Diggs for the catch on the slant. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Allen. Dancing to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. John Franklin Myers just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Another try after the first down sack. Allen getting the football to Davis on an out route. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Steps away to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
Here's Matt Ariza now. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the gun, it's Wilson. Open man here is Conklin. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
They go play action with Wilson. Forced out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. A loss of 3 on a sack made by multiple defenders.
I know I'm supposed to do the analysis here, but I've got to ask, how did he stay alive that long in the pocket?
Yeah, great footwork, which we know he has. If he would have been able to stay alive, get rid of the ball, or run for some yardage, he would have had a very unhappy defensive coordinator, I believe.
No doubt about that.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. This pass out wide to Hall. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So they bring out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Well, James Cook and the Buffalo offense returning to work now.
He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend.
Brings up 2nd and
On second down and 4, Allen. He'll check it down, complete to Dillon. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained. But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Allen now on first down. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. And the return will stop right around the 25.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they will begin in field goal range already as they search for a potential score.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And incomplete on the deep ball. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Wilson.
That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Now Wilson.
Again, he finds Moore. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Wilson.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Moore. Touchdown!
Elijah Moore.
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Barons are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half.
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll begin in the NFC. Dallas paying a visit to Atlanta. And it's the Cowboys who are out in front. 2 touchdown passes there for Dak Prescott. From there, we head up to the Motor City to check in on the Lions at home at Ford Field. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. Amon-Ra St. Brown, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. And for the moment, they find themselves trailing the visiting Carolina Panthers. Jameis Winston has thrown a touchdown pass. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats for our visitors in the first half. And they did not do much at all in terms of throwing the football in those first 2 quarters. That's going to need to improve if they want to erase this deficit. Meanwhile, for the Bills, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half. So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now, the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Flush to his right, and the pressure gets to him again. Von Miller in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day.
This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to them. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. And where did this one go out? Not good. Let's see. They're going to say inside the 35-yard line. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Rolling to his left. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Allen. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
Okay, so roughing the passer, I've got to imagine that's the last thing you want to see week 1 as your quarterback taking an unnecessary hit.
I think you're exactly right about that. You hate it any week, but boy, are you on target. This is a unit that's depending on him to take him through 17 games, so you definitely can't let him get hurt right now.
On 2nd down, another run for Dillon.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
A.J. Dillon
Taking it in from 11 yards out. And they are able to add on to their advantage. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Now Parkey for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive.
And it was A.J. Dillon who capped it off with a touchdown run.
And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense.
They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. Here's Wilson.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Wilson. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. So a big return there, Charles, on what was a pretty dangerous throw to the outside.
It sure was, Brandon. That's the risk you run on a throw like this. If it's intercepted, a lot of times this is a pick six. So good hustle to get back and get him down. But, boy, that's a throw you've really got to be sure of if you're going to work the perimeter of the field.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And they start in the best of all positions, first and goal. Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. So after the INT, it's Allen. That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5. They'll look to run with Dillon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
Allen now on third and goal. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it, incomplete. The kick by Parkey is good, and the Bills will add on to their lead. So golden field position there is squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a first and goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Here's Wilson to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
To throw again is Wilson. He's got the connection to Moore. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Handoff, running left. Here's Hall. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They've not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From midfield now, here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one maybe his best yet.
Yeah, he certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense.
The drive starts with a carry by Dillon. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen eluding the pressure right. And his throw here is incomplete. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. To throw, it's Allen. Being chased out left. And he wisely will throw that one away. The Bills send the punter out as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Matt Milano in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Throwing to start the drive. Allen, left side caught by Diggs. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. Trying to drop one in, but it's incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
A give for Dillon running right.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Allen to throw it. This one hauled in by Sample.
And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy is nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. From midfield, here's Allen. On the slant, he's got Davis. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Allen now looks to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
The Bills send the punter out as he's on to kick it away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Ball again on 2nd down.
A little juke. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To throw is Wilson. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Juwan Williams. And he is going to score. It's a pick-6 and a Bills touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick-6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
And now the Bills will bring the offense out onto the field and go for 2 here. Allen will try to throw for it. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it, so a sack on the 2-point try. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Throwing is Wilson. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. On third down, Wilson.
And intercepted. Wilson's third of the game.
Picked off by Micah Hyde.
And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Allen's throw going to be caught by Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it third.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Now Dillon on the inside give. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. Buying time to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
They'll run for it with Dillon.
And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 3rd. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time.
Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
It certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
They have still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it.
They're going to run this with a tight end. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. And Davis has it over the middle. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Wilson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Wilson's throw here into the hands of Moore.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Throwing again here, Wilson. Open man here is Conklin. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And he's got this down to the 35.
43 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 35-yard line. Wilson. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Von Miller getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
But just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and the deficit will stay at 3 scores.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
And the Bills getting set to go.
And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the 4th quarter, and now can really take some time off the clock.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And his throw is incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Here's Allen. Dancing to his left.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Running up the middle, here's Dillon.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Again, it's Dillon.
Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and run for the first with Dillon.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 third-down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll.
Dillon now on 1st and 10.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Dillon.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. Steps away to, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. Now Cody Parkey out to try the field goal. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter.
On 1st down, Wilson.
That pass complete to Moore.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now Wilson on 1st down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
That interception, maybe the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation points, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. At issue here, does the football make contact with the ground before he secured it? And I think some of these angles are going to give us a pretty good look.
Secured is the important part because the ball can touch the ground, but it can't be loose when it does. So that's what they're going to have to try and figure out.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Up the middle they run. Here's Dillon. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They run once more with Dillon.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Allen. And Diggs has it.
And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Dillon up the middle.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On the handoff, this is Dillon. He will push his way down to about the 14.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Flushed, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Carl Lawson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead. Thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Now, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for the Bills, that'll be a happy locker room as they start the season 1-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Pittsburgh Steelers come to town. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they will be at home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins.